So here we have some saltfish, which we recently found out was called Gadus marhua or Gadus marhua. Who knew that? So the saltfish has been thawed out because we got it frozen. As you can see, it is a decent piece of saltfish. So I'm doing it with my Jamaican knowledge of how to prepare saltfish. So what I've done here, I've got some boiling water. Sit it in the boiling water, get it nice and soft. Then we will peel this back piece off, and the fish itself, we'll just pick it apart and try to get rid of as much bones as possible. My wife will just cut up some onions to go in the Ackee and Saltfish.
Is that enough onion?
Yeah. Some red peppers, some green peppers as well. I mean, red peppers and green peppers are not a must. It's kind of like up to you, but salt and pepper is a must. And I would say onion is a must for me, but that's my preference. As you can see, we're getting a lot of froth, and that's from the salt. So, what I will do in this situation, we could skim it. All that froth is from the salt, the excess salt. So there we've got our red pepper, green pepper, yellow pepper, and onions waiting for the saltfish. So, excuse the sound of the extractor fan, but that is necessary at the moment. Here I'm pouring off. What you could do, you could actually do this a few times depending on how much salt you want to lose, how much salt you want to keep. Test to see if it's ready, and it's ready. So, again, pour out all the water. You could also, just for handling purpose, put some cold water on it. That way you don't really burn yourself. And you take out your saltfish. Put there. And you peel easily. It's still a bit hot. It's been a while since I've done saltfish, but it easily breaks up. I'll just use a fork. So, easily breaks up. I'm gonna get rid of this bit. Lots of bones. And depending on you, how small you want it, debone your saltfish. My wife is a chef. I rarely cook for her, but I do cook for her. So I know she doesn't like bones. So, that's your saltfish ready. You can just feel through it for bones. I think we are 90% bone free. I wouldn't risk it into 100, but that's your saltfish. So I'll get my next pot. My next pot, basic frying pot, not too hot, not too deep, I should say. And got a little bit of vegetable oil. Put enough vegetable oil in there. This is just to, what you would say, wife, for the seasoning to shrink.
To fry. Cook.
Cook. I wouldn't say fry, cook. So, I also have a cover for the frying pot ready. That way it steams down the vegetable that I'm gonna be using briefly. So, put my hand over the oil and I can tell that it is you don't want to fry these crisp, you just want to get them nice and soft. So I cover that down and we wait. And it's been about 3 minutes. I've got the back burning here on high. They're not soft enough yet, but I'll change the burner. So, here is the star of the show, the Ackee. This brand is called Jamaica's Pride. Never actually used it before. Personally, I like raw Ackee than condensed Ackee. But considering that I'm not living in Jamaica, that is not something that I have much of a choice for. Okay, so, oh, did you take a picture?
Picture.
Okay, now for me to struggle with this can opener, which is very dull. So let's hope, nope. It is not working, so I will have to do the old school style, which I do not recommend you guys do. I do not recommend this, but this is pretty much how I started out opening cans in Jamaica. Not necessarily a Ackee can, because like I say, in Jamaica, when I was a kid, you did not have to do Ackee in a can. Just go outside in the yard or one of the neighbor's yard, whoever Ackee tree. You pick some Ackees for yourself and you pick some for the neighbor who allowed you to use his or her Ackee tree. So we didn't have to do this, but other cans such as condensed milk or so on, maybe we had to do this.
It's very dangerous. If you have to go out and buy a new can opener, then do so.
But do not do this. Here is the Ackee in a can. It says condensed Ackee. Why I don't like condensed Ackee is because it's all mushed up and you lose a lot of your Ackee. So what I'm gonna do to save as much Ackee as possible is use the strainer. So take that, pour off as much water as possible. You can get this little bit out. This is actually the belly of the ackee. So over here, I've got my onions and peppers nice and soft. So all I do now is add my ackee to it, all of it. Mix the whole thing in. But I will do so using salt and black pepper. Got some salt there, got some black pepper here. As you can see, you've got a little bit of the ackee condensed water, if you want to call it that, the preservative mixed in with the oil. That's not bad, but it's not, yeah, that can boil out. I was about to say that's not ideal, you know. So while I'm waiting for this burner to put some life under this ackee, I had my black pepper. This is pretty much at your own discretion. Then salt. You don't want to put too much salt, you just want to put a little bit of that guy, because if you put too much salt, then you probably have to water down your ackee to even enjoy it. So I'm stirring this very lightly because, like I said, it ackee in a can is really soft. So what I'm waiting for at the moment, because the ackee being so soft, it's actually already cooked. So this is just gonna heat it up and it's ready to eat. So what I'm waiting for here at the moment is for some of that water to evaporate. Just dilute itself. And then I add my fish. Let's not forget now, Ackee and Saltfish. So we watch that until it's evaporated to one's own satisfaction. And as we already know, the fish is cooked. So now we add our saltfish. For most of you guys who don't know much about ackee, it is famous in Jamaica. It is the national dish in Jamaica to be consumed with saltfish. But ackee is something that you can also eat by itself.
Isn't it classed as a fruit?
It is a fruit. What's happening to the ackee right now is what I personally don't like. It's mushing. The pro that comes with ackee is that it's already prepared for you. The con that comes with it is that it's extremely soft, and if you use raw ackee, some people can boil the ackee to their preference, their firmness preference, while you don't have an option with canned ackee. So what I'm going to do right now is a taste. So a little bit of everything. So, among the fruit, I miss this taste. It's 100% ackee, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is 100% ackee.
It looks good.
So what we're gonna do, we're gonna include you guys in our home affairs because we have some dumplings from yesterday that we are making. So the only thing that we need to do now is reheat these dumplings. We have some dumplings from yesterday's dinner, only 4 left. Just gonna reheat those and show you guys ackee and saltfish and dumpling. Okay, people, so they're in there somewhere. They are boiling 4. So that's the dumpling ready. And the ackee is ready. So now I'm gonna go behind the camera so I for life can dish this out and you guys can see how it looks.